Morning, welcome to part 174 of the Collins Reading Aloud project, the 9 minutes on M words or miss words. Misarrange, misarranged, misarrangement, misarrangements, misarranges, misarranging, misarray, misarrays, misarticulate, misarticulated, misarticulates, misarticulating, misassay, misassayed, misassaying, misassays, misassemble, misassembled, misassembles, misassembling, misassign, misassigned, misassigning, misassigns, misassumption, misassumptions, misate, misatone, misatoned, misatones, misatoning, misattribute, misattributed, misattributes, misattributing, misattribution, misattributions, misaunter, misaunters, misaver, misaver, misaverred, misaverring, misavers, misavized, misaward, misawarded, misawarding, misawards, misbalance, misbalanced, misbalances, misbalancing, misbecame, misbecome, misbecomes, misbecoming, misbecomingness, misbegan, misbegin, misbeginning, misbegins, misbegot, misbegotten, misbegun, misbehave, misbehaved, misbehavior, misbehavers, misbehaves, misbehaving, misbehavior, misbehaviors, misbehavior, misbehaviors, misbelief, misbeliefs, misbelieve, misbelieved, misbeliever, misbelievers, misbelieves, misbelieving, misbeseem, misbeseemed, misbeseeming, misbeseems, misbestow, misbestowal, misbestows, misbestowals, misbestowed, misbestowing, misbestows, misbias, misbiased, misbiases, misbiasing, misbiased, misbiases, misbiasing, misbill, misbilled, misbilling, misbills, misbind, misbinding, misbinds, misbirth, misbirths, misborn, misbound, misbrand, misbranded, misbranding, misbrands, misbuild, misbuilding, misbuilds, misbuilt, misbutton, misbuttoned, misbuttoning, misbuttons, miscalculate, miscalculated, miscalculates, miscalculating, miscalculation, miscalculations, miscalculator, miscalculators, miscall, miscalled, miscaller, miscallers, miscalling, miscalls, miscanthus, miscanthuses, miscaption, miscaptioned, miscaptioning, miscaptions, miscarriage, miscarriages, miscarried, miscarries, miscarry, miscarrying, miscast, miscasting, miscast, miscatalogue, miscatalogued, miscataloguing, miscatalogues, misogen, miscegenate, miscegenated, miscegenates, miscegenating, miscegenation, miscegenational, miscegenations, miscegenator, miscegenators, miscegene, miscegenes, miscegenetic, miscegenetic, miscegynist, miscegynists, miscegens, miscegyne, miscegynes, miscellenarian, miscellenarians, miscellanea, miscellaneous, miscellaneously, miscellanies, miscellanist, miscellanists, miscellany, mischallenge, mischallenge, mischallenges, mischance, mischanced, mischanceful, mischances, mischancing, mischancy, mischannel, mischannelled, mischanneling, mischannelled, mischanneling, mischannels, mischanter, mischanters, mischaracterize, mischaracterize, mischarge, mischarged, mischarges, mischarging, mischief, mischieved, mischiefing, mischiefs, mischievous, mischievously, mischievousness, mishmetal, mishmetals, mischoice, mischoices, mischoose, mischooses, mischoosing, mischose, mischosen, missabilities, missability, missible, missitation, missitations, missight, missighted, missights, missighting, misclaim, misclaimed, misclaiming, misclaims, misclass, misclassed, misclasses, misclassified, misclassifies, misclassify, misclassifying, misclassing, miscode, miscoded, miscodes, miscoding, miscoin, miscoined, miscoining, miscoins, miscolour, miscoloured, miscolouring, miscolours, miscolour, miscoloured, miscolouring, miscolours, miscomprehend, miscomprehended, miscomprehends, miscomputation, miscomputations, miscompute, miscomputed, miscomputes, miscomputing, misconceit, misconceited, misconceiting, misconceits, misconceive, misconceived, misconceiver, misconceivers, misconceives, misconceiving, misconception, misconceptions, misconduct, misconducted, misconducting, misconducts, misconjecture, misconjectured, misconjectures, misconjecturing, misconnect, misconnected, misconnecting, misconnection, misconnections, misconnects, misconstir, misconstirred, misconstirring, misconstirs, misconstruct, misconstructed, misconstructing, misconstruction, misconstruction, misconstructs, misconstrue, misconstrued, misconstrues, misconstruing, miscontent, miscontented, miscontenting, miscontentment, miscontentments, miscontents, miscook, miscooked, miscooking, miscooks, miscopied, miscopies, miscopy, miscopying, miscorrect, miscorrected, miscorrecting, miscorrection, miscorrections, miscorrects, miscorrelation, miscorrelations, miscounsel, miscounselled, miscounselling, miscounsellings, miscounsels, miscount, miscounted, miscounting, miscounts, miscreants, miscreances, miscreancies, miscreancy, miscreant, miscreants, miscreate, miscreated, miscreates, miscreating, miscreation, miscreations, miscreative, miscreator, miscreators, miscreants, miscreances, miscredit, miscredited, miscrediting, miscredits, miscreed, miscreeds, miscue, miscued, miscuing, miscues, miscuing, miscut, miscuts, miscutting, misdate, misdated, misdates, misdating, misdeal, misdealer, misdealers, misdealing, misdeals, misdealt, misdeed, misdeeds, misdeem, misdeemed, misdeemful, misdeeming, misdeemings, misdeems, misdefine, misdefined, misdefines, misdefining, misdemean, misdemeanant, misdemeanants, misdemeaned, misdemeaning, misdemeanor, misdemeanors, misdemeanor, misdemeanors, misdemeans, misdempt, misdescribe, misdescribed, misdescribes, misdescribing, misdescription, misdescriptions, misdesert, misdesert, misdeserts, misdesert, misdeserts, misdevelop, misdeveloped, misdeveloping, misdevelops, misdevotion, misdevotions, misdiagnose, misdiagnosed, misdiagnosis, misdiagnosing, misdiagnosis, misdial, misdialed, misdialing, misdialed, misdialing, misdials, misdid, misdiet, misdieted, misdieting, misdiets, misdiet, misdieted, misdieting, misdites, misdirect, misdirected, misdirecting, misdirection, misdirections, misdirects, misdistribution, misdivide, misdivided, misdivides, misdividing, misdivision, misdivisions, misdo, misdoer, misdoers, misdoes, misdoes, misdoing, misdoings, misdone, misdon, misdoubt, misdoubted, misdoubtful, misdoubting, misdoubts, misdraw, misdrawing, misdrawings, misdrawn, misdraws, misdread, misdreaded, misdreading, misdreads, misdrew, misdrive, misdriven, misdrives, misdriving, misdrove, mise, misease, miseases, miseat, miseaten, miseating, miseats, misedit, misedited, misediting, misedits, miseducate, miseducated, miseducates, miseducating, miseducation, miseducations, misemphases, misemphasis, misemphasize, misemphasized, misemphasizes, misemphasizing, misemphasize, misemphasized, misemphasizes, misemphasizing, misemploy, misemployed, misemploying, misemployment, misemployments, misemploys, misenroll, misenroll, misenrolled, misenrolling, misenrolls, misenrolls, misenter, misentered, misentering, misenters, misentreat, misentreated, misentreating, misentreats, misentries, misentry, miser, miserabilism, 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 miserabilisms, miserabilist, miserabilists, miserable, miserableness, miserablenesses, miserables, miserabilism, miserabilisms, miserablist, miserablists, miserably, misere, miseraire, miseraires, misères, misericord, misericord, misericords, misericords, miseries, miserlier, miserliest, miserliness, miserlinesses, miserly, misers, misery, mises, misesteem, misesteemed, misesteeming, misesteems, misestimate, misestimated, misestimates, misestimating, misestimation, misestimations, misevaluate, misevaluated, misevaluates, misevaluating, misevaluation, misevaluations, misevent, misevents, misfaith, misfaiths, misfall, misfallen, misfalling, misfalls, misfoul, misfair, misfared, misfares, misfaring, misfarings, misfeasance, misfeasances, misfeasor, misfeasors, misfeature, misfeatured, misfeatures, misfeaturing, misfed, misfeed, misfeeding, misfeeds, misfeign, misfeigned, misfeigning, misfeigns, misfell, misfield, misfielded, misfielding, misfields, misfile, misfiled, misfiles, misfiling, misfire, misfired, misfires, misfiring, misfit, misfits, misfitted, misfitting, misfocus, misfocused, misfocuses, misfocusing, misfocused, misfocuses, misfocusing, misform, misformation, misformations, misformed, misforming, misforms, misfortune, misfortuned, misfortunes, misframe, misframed, misframes, misframing, misfunction, misfunctioned, misfunctioning, misfunctions, and I'll stop there.